True or false? Disaster came from Satan even to the gate of Jerusalem. I'm using the NIV in this. So writes Prophet Micah. Disasters come from Satan even to the gate of Jerusalem. Okay, true or false? Okay, 46 answers in. Let me see whether I need to give you the full time. Perhaps I will give you the full time. Disaster came from Satan even to the gate of Jerusalem. So wrote Prophet Micah. True or false? Okay, we will get to know the answer quickly. The answer is false. We have gone 50-50. What verse is this?
Chapter 1, verse 12.
Chapter 1, verse 12 clearly says disaster came from the Lord. And then Micah 1:6, therefore I will make Samaria a heap of trouble. Again, God says, I will make Samaria, which is the capital of the northern kingdom of Israel, the heap of trouble. Micah 1:15, I will bring a conqueror against you, you who live in Marisha. Okay, Marisha sounds like the Hebrew for conqueror. Marisha sounds like the Hebrew for conqueror. Micah 1:15 is there's a wordplay. The conqueror will be conquered, and I will be the reason for it, God says. And then Micah 2:13, Micah chapter 2 verse 13, it is God who opens the breach so that the enemy king can come in. God will open the door for the enemy king to come in. You know, generally we want to believe that Satan does all these destructive things, but then the Bible clearly also talks about God allowing these destructive things. And the Old Testament writers and the New Testament writers didn't have any problem in saying God did it, because God is ultimately sovereign. And even for Satan to act, God needs to give permission. So it is all right to say, you know, God did it. And that's why we have it clearly. And this especially happens when people are stubborn in sin. Jerusalem was stubborn in sin, stubborn in the sin of idol worship, for example. And then it happens in the New Testament. It happened to Ananias and Sapphira. You know, it happened to Herod. The angel of the Lord struck him down. It happened to people who took communion without adequately preparing themselves. They died. Okay, it happened to the children of Jezebel, the false teacher in the book of Revelation. So even in the New Testament, we have so many examples of people, you know, where God literally wreaked havoc in their life because they were stubborn in sin. So the message is, when we are stubborn in sin, God can actually move in judgment. So we can't play with sin. We need to be careful. We need to have a holy fear of the Lord. So we need not only think that, you know, behind every attack against us, it's only Satan always. Even God can actually use some of these things to actually bring us close to him. And God can use many ways, and God can use even destruction disaster as we see here to bring us back to him. So that's something we must not forget. Let's see the scores. Sam, Gabby, Jaziel, Charles, Hannah, Afia in the top 5. Okay, very good going. Up 25 places. Rebecca Paul is the highest climber.